Whittaker coming to you live here from Boston, November 29th, 1773. We're standing outside the Old South Meetinghouse where locals have gathered to oppose the Tea Act. Now, initially this meeting was to be held at Faneuil Hall, but due to an unexpected turnout of 6,000 people, it has been moved here to the Old South Meetinghouse. Now, locals have become increasingly upset as the first shipment of the dreaded tea has arrived. The first of the 3 ships from the British East India Company, the Dartmouth, has arrived. Now, they're upset not only because new taxes have been levied against the tea, but also because they are being forced to only purchase tea from the British East India Company, and all other merchants are being excluded. We're waiting here now for witnesses on the scene to see if we can learn more. We're back live here outside of the Old South Meetinghouse at Boston, awaiting witnesses in the aftermath of the meeting opposing the Tea Act. And I believe we'll have some coming out soon. Excuse me, madam, would you mind answering some questions for us? Wilhelmina Whittaker with Channel 13.
Sure.
Very good. Now, what's your name and where are you from?
Sarah Fulton. I'm from Medford.
Very good. Now, how do you feel about the events that have led up to the gathering today?
This Tea Act is a travesty. It's just to show us that King and Parliament can tax us whenever and however they choose.
Very good. Now, how was the meeting organized?
Well, I heard about it in Medford through the Committees of Correspondence, and then I believe it was organized through the Sons of Liberty and Samuel Adams.
Very good. Now, what do you hope to accomplish ultimately?
They need to send the tea back.
Well, there you have it. Wilhelmina Whittaker reporting live for Channel 13. Stay tuned for further developments. We're back live at the Old South Meetinghouse, and I believe we have another witness here on the scene. Excuse me, sir, Wilhelmina Whittaker, Channel 13. Do you mind answering a few questions for us?
I suppose I have a moment.
Very good. Now, what's your name and where are you from?
I am Major Edward of Gloucester.
Very good. Now, what are your thoughts on the events of the day?
Seems like a big much ado about nothing. I do not understand why everyone is upset about tea. Everyone likes tea, and if you don't, well, don't drink it. I don't care. But we seem to be desperate to sell it to you. Seems like a good idea. You should buy it. Have some. I don't understand why everyone's fussing about it.
Well, the colonists make a valid point about taxation without representation.
Whatever dialect that is, I'm sorry. I've not been here that long. I don't understand that.
Do you anticipate being in the colonies long, sir?
Oh, I hope not. Everything here smells like fish constantly. I ordered some pork. It smelled of fish. It was clearly pork, but it still smelled of fish. And clams. You throw clams in everything. Why is that? And the gentlemen here, there are none. They're rich men, but they are just crass and uneducated. I don't understand any of it.
Well, there you have it. Something is fishy here in Boston. Thank you, sir, for your time. Wilhelmina Whittaker, Channel 13. Clocks on your stockings aren't going to make your calves look bigger. And we're back here live at the Old South Meetinghouse at Boston, awaiting Mr. Samuel Adams for a comment on the event.
Yeah, thank you indeed, yes.
Excuse me, Wilhelmina Whittaker, Channel 13. Do you mind answering a few questions, Mr. Adams?
Certainly.
Very good. Now, what are your thoughts on the events that have transpired here today?
Well, tea is a most odorous, disgusting, and vile drink. It is now poisonous politically as well.
Well, what action are the people willing to take?
Well, the Sons of Liberty are prepared to resist any measure to land the tea in Boston.
Well, what action do you expect the royal officials to take here?
I do not know what the ministry shall do, but I believe that Governor Hutchinson has more to fear from us than we from him.
A strong statement. Well, there you have it. Wilhelmina Whittaker reporting live for Channel 13, just outside Boston, where it seems something is brewing, and for once, it's not the tea. Are we done? Can we wrap?